Hi Tarot Tribe, it's Ethne and welcome to day 3 of the 31 days, 31 days of tarot video challenge. Hooray! So today's prompt is a multi-question prompt, so I'm going to go through them one at a time. So am I a tarot deck collector, hoarder, or exclusive Betty? Well, I am definitely a collector and I'm sure my boyfriend would say hoarder. And I have probably now close to the 400 mark tarot decks. I certainly have over 300. I know that for sure. Tarot, this includes tarot and oracle decks though, so it's not just tarot. How do I use these decks in my readings? Okay, so I use these decks, I'm going to say this in how I'm interpreting this prompt. I use these decks in rotation. There are some decks that I've worked with for many, many years, but then there are other ones that kind of come in either seasonally or intuitively, or I may be just really drawn to using a specific deck for a client. It happens in a multi kind of faceted way. But a lot of it is very seasonal. A lot of it is very like what's happening month to month and how I'm feeling and how I'm connecting with the tarot, how I'm connecting with the artwork, kind of what I want to explore for myself as well. And of course, like what's new out there as well. That's for a collector or someone who uses multiple decks. That's going to be a total factor, is what's available on the market and what's coming out. We all love getting a new deck and we all love exploring a new one. And when I'm doing reviews and things like that. So I use them in a multitude of ways, but I do use a huge majority of my decks. If you've ever seen Oracle Wednesday, for a while I've been doing it for, oh my gosh, it's over 70 weeks now. So you've seen quite a few decks from me, so you know that I do use them. Do I use multiple decks in one reading or just one all the way? I used to be, if it's a small reading, I'll probably only use one. If it's a big reading, so the 2016 Enchanted Life readings, the Marvelous Career readings, the Spiritual Entrepreneur readings, I use like 4 decks. It is a huge reading. So if it's a larger spread, if it's a larger question, I may, but I would have designed it that way. If it's just one, then I may not. But I have really actually enjoyed more and more using multiple decks in one reading, because it gives a really different perspective on it. And again, I trust my intuition as to what to use, but more and more multiple decks are becoming a part of the way that I do things. And for my manifestation grid draws and my daily thing like that, I usually use more than one deck. So it's becoming much more a practice. But for me, in the past, I would have been like an exclusive Betty. I just would have had one. And does it aid my practice using multiple decks? I would say so. It can confuse you. So I would say that just be careful not to kind of overload yourself if you're learning. But if you can manage it, then go for it. But I just would say that if you're learning, if you're new to tarot, take it one at a time, learn a system, and then kind of add on to that, or just do it intuitively, whatever you want to do. I'm not the tarot godmother, so but I think it aids me for sure, being a long time reader and professional. So that is day 3 of the 31 days of tarot. It's not too late to join us. The link below is where you can find the master list, and thank you so much for watching.